Question 65, you've got two functions here, f of x and g of x with different domains, and it says then write down the domain and range of fg, okay, and then part B then solve this. Now when it comes to part B, right, you need to have the function fg of x, alright, and I actually ideally would have this in order to work out the domain and range. So I'm going to work out fg of x. I think that's important to work that out first before we do the domain and range. So fg of x means that you work from right to left, so g goes into f, okay, so you're going to put g, which is ln for x, into f there, right, so put it into f, so you have 3e then to the power 2x, okay, so x is replaced then with ln for x. Okay, and then once you've got this, now we need to sort of simplify this. I wouldn't leave it like that because there is something we can do here to simplify it to make this a lot better. What I would do is 3e then, now this 2 here in front of the ln, we can use laws of logs because the value in front of the 2, we can take it up as a power, okay, so this would be ln then, and as it's going to be a power, it's going to be power of all of this, so it'll be 4x all squared, okay, taking the 2 up. And then what's interesting, okay, you could simplify that, that'll be e to the ln of 16x squared, okay, you could do that. Of course, e to the ln, because they're inverse functions, okay, they sort of cancel each other out. E to the ln is like squaring square root, okay, or the square root of a square number. It sort of cancels each other out. So in this the same way, e to the ln cancels each other out. So you have 3 times, they disappear, 16x squared, so it becomes 48x squared, okay, so that's what fg of x is. Okay, nice and simple. Yeah, right. So using this actually will really help you then with A, right? When it says write down the domain and range of fg. Now remember, the domain of fg is the domain of g. Okay, is the domain of g because you put g into f, so we take on g first. So we just look at the domain of g. So the domain, quite simply, of g in the questions given to us is 0, infinity. Okay, so that's easily done. And then what we do then is, to get the range, we'll put the domain of fg into what we've worked out here. So 0 into this here, which is 48 times 0 squared, which is 0. Put infinity in. 48 times infinity squared, which obviously will lead to infinity. So our range will also be 0, infinity. Okay, so we've got that out quite quickly there. And then it says, solve the equation fg of x equals to 12. So basically we'll put 48x squared then equals to 12, okay, and you could put your C from earlier, okay, why we got 48x squared, okay, so we've already worked that out, haven't we, earlier, so we put that there. Then what we'll do is we take the 48 over and divide, so this then will become 1/4, okay. And then, of course, plus or minus, then when you square root, take the square over square root, plus or minus, then 1/2. Okay? So then you've got your answers x here, plus or minus 1/2. Because they might not all apply, you've got to look, what is the domain? Domain of fg is 0, infinity. So you've got to say, look, x equals minus half is outside the domain. So that's no good. So x equals 1/2 is our solution, our only solution.